The app bubble. We look at whether the rush to create more and more apps is sustainable. Have we reached peak app? Also, the strange world of custom keyboards at your fingertips. I'm Affan Chowdhry. Welcome to Globe Now. Look at this stat. In October, over 1,500 new apps were submitted to the Apple App Store on a daily basis. That's over 45,000 applications in October alone. Who's downloading these apps? Are any of them useful? Have we reached peak app? Well, to talk about a possible app bubble, we're joined by Federico Viticci. He is editor-in-chief of Mac Stories, a web blog about the world of Apple. Hi, Federico.
Hi, thanks for having me.
There's been a rush to create new mobile apps. How much money is there to be made in creating them?
Well, the App Store market has really changed a lot since 2008 when the App Store launched. Developers used to be able to create simple apps, simple utilities, and make money because there were no apps on the App Store. And there was a novelty effect that people really wanted to download each new app on a weekly basis. Many years later, the App Store has changed to the effect that there's over 1 million apps on the App Store. And today, it's a really competitive market. There are so many similar apps that can perform the same tasks, and perhaps they share the same design. And for this reason, I think that developers need to understand that the App Store in 2014 is not the same of 2008. There's no gold rush anymore, because now developers need to create more powerful and sophisticated apps.
Well, that's what I'm curious about. I mean, if I wanted to get into app development, what kind should I be creating so that I can make the most money possible?
Well, there's no simple answer, right? Especially because iOS devices, iPhones and iPads, have become so powerful and so full of functionalities that it's difficult to say you should make this kind of app and you will get rich. 7 years ago, that could have been true to an extent, because there were no apps and because each new idea had the chance of being a success. Today, even if you invest a lot of time and a lot of resources into an app, there's a possibility that you may not be noticed on the App Store because there are so many competitors. And my advice is that developers need to think of an app as a business and no longer as a simple utility that you make in a couple of weeks and you send to Apple and it's on the App Store and you make millions of dollars.
So, I mean, do you think that there is an app bubble, and what do you think will happen if it bursts?
I do believe that many developers need to figure out what kind of tasks people are doing on an iPhone and on an iPad. Because as more people move to mobile-centric workflows, as more people use an iPad or a phone as their main computer, many developers still don't understand that powerful software can still be made for these devices. So maybe there's an app bubble when it comes to simple utilities and simple apps. I mean, there's thousands of weather apps on the App Store. And that's not to say that developers should stop to make weather apps. I'm just saying that maybe developers, they can try to imagine different kinds of software that can be interesting and that can appeal to the kind of workflows that are possible today.
Okay, Federico, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, we want to hear from you. How often are you downloading new apps, and what are your must-haves? Tweet us at Globe Now. So we've been talking about apps. Let's look at a trend in keyboards on your digital device. Increasingly, you can customize that keyboard, and that opens up all kinds of possibilities when it comes to communication.
As an adult human, all I want on my smartphone keyboard is letters and numbers so that I can write words like these. That makes me a relic. A throwback to a time before customized keyboards that let you type in emoticons, animated GIFs, or cute little cartoons. In chat apps and online, it's an emoji world. We're just living in it. Apple's latest smartphone software, iOS 8, lets app makers create custom keyboards for the first time. Android has allowed this for a number of years, but now iPhone users can download and install strange custom keyboards like the GIF library from PopKey, which has so many culture cringe moments, or Stack's compelling and weird gesture writing system. A Toronto company called Bitstrips can't resist getting in on this action, and they've created a keyboard called Bitmoji that lets you add a custom-created avatar into a bewildering array of preset situations. It's all a little inelegant, and it takes a while to load. When you select a picture, it doesn't automatically appear on the screen. You have to copy and paste it into a text box. But that's still easier than pulling images out of your camera roll when you need a picture to be worth 1,000 text characters. Chat services like Facebook Messenger and BBM already have their own libraries of custom stickers, but these new custom keyboards work across platforms, which means you can probably expect to see a Lego minifig keyboard coming soon, and probably also Pusheen. Messaging sure has come a long way from semicolon/parentheses.
That's all for today's show. If you've got a moment, hop onto Twitter. How much are you using customized keyboards on your digital devices? Tweet us at Globe Now. I'm Affan Chowdhry. Thanks for watching.